Boo! I got you.
Geez,
Welcome.
Tricked me.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Crusty Couch. Ooh. We're in the scary season. We're in Halloween season. It's October, baby. It's October, Noel.
Ooh. Listen and beware, you're in for a scare.
Yes. Now all the creepy shit I do at your house, it's actually in season.
Oh, you can. Oh, you're just so you were just preparing to get in the spirit for Halloween all those months, right? That's why
Yeah.
you were right.
Yeah. So all those times that I was just standing in like the corner of your room while you were sleeping, dressed in all black, no pants. Yeah, it's just for the Halloween season.
Hey, your way of celebrating, mister.
Oh, you know me. I love my pumpkins.
Oh man, I love this time. Shut up. I love this time. I love this time of year, man. I've been watching a horror movie every day so far. It's just the 5th of October as of the time of recording this, but
Yeah.
I've been watching a horror movie every single day. It's great. I love this time of year a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween's pretty cool. I'm a big movie guy. Obviously, we talk about movies on this podcast from time to time. Usually, it's just me ranting about stupid shit, but you know. So from time to time, we talk about movies. But one of my favorite genres is horror movies. Absolute favorite. Although I will say, the more recent horror films are kind of trash, but that's besides the point. Today, you want to tell them what we're doing, Noah?
Yeah, today we thought of a good idea to find a tier maker, and we're gonna rank like kind of our favorite horror movie franchises, what we think is the best, and then we're gonna kind of go in detail as to why we picked those things, and we're planning on making this like a multi-part thing where it spans for most of the month of October, where we go more into detail about our choices. But for now, we're just going to rank what we think are the best kind of horror films / franchises.
That's right. And obviously, we probably won't catch everything. You know, what's funny is right before we started the podcast, I was like, is there anything we can add? I don't know. Right. And Noé was like, oh, we didn't talk about The Thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we didn't talk about the fucking Thing. You know, one of the most like critically acclaimed horror films of all time. But I fucking forgot about it.
Yeah.
So obviously, if we forget something, you can let us know down in the comments below. And you can tell us why our decisions are bad and yours are good. And I'll just continue to ignore them. So that's right. All right. So let's start here. No alphabetical or time related decisions here. I'm just going to just throw one out there.
Okay.
Whatever we have here. Okay. I want to start with the Babadook.
Okay.
B for Babadook.
So before we begin, our ranking includes SS, S, A, B, C, D, and F. F obviously being the lowest tier, SS being the highest. I mean, I think that's kind of dumb that people just keep trying to go higher than S, but whatever. This is the tier list that we were given.
Yeah, sure.
So with that being said, the Babadook is a C to me.
What? Really? You say it's a C?
I think it's a C tier movie. I would even venture to say it's like a low C, high D.
No way.
I really don't fucking get the hype behind this movie.
Why do you hate it?
I thought it was boring. The child actor was fucking bad. Like, he's supposed to be annoying, I know, but he's a really bad actor.
Oh, okay.
And the monster was really corny to me. I know it's a metaphor for depression and
yes,
but it just, the subtext of something doesn't make up for it being a shitty movie.
I could see that. I mean, for the most part, the movie's pretty dry. I would say it's pretty dry.
Yeah, like I can appreciate a good slow burn, dry type of film, but it didn't resonate with me.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I would say personally, I would at least give this a B.
Okay.
I will say I like the Babadook's design. I think he's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great scenes in the movie. Like, I think that the first 5 minutes, the dream sequence that the mom has, is
Uh-huh.
probably one of the most like masterfully done sequences I've ever seen in a horror movie.
Mhm.
And the sequence when she's reading the book and you see like the physical prop of it is incredible looking, but everything else about it is kind of shitty.
I
So
don't I don't know. I mean, the kid was pretty. I mean, like, I get what you're saying. The kid was a fucking terrible actor, but it's I I think it adds to the charm.
sure,
I don't
yeah.
know. It's
For
like the kid's a fucking asshole. You just want to slap that kid around, throw him some Babadook, but it's like it ain't gonna, So like I understand why the mom is angry because I would be too.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So for those things, I would be willing to compromise and put it in B tier. Maybe D
Okay,
is a little too harsh. I would say it's C
okay,
or B to me.
all right. Let's say it's a C plus. How about that?
Okay. So
Okay,
the highest of C tier.
sure. All right, high C tier, low B. Okay, there you go.
All right.
All right. Yeah, and then I suppose we'll just alternate from here. So I said when, then you go.
Okay, so I will pick um Michael Myers. Let's do that. The Halloween franchise.
Oh, a big one. Okay. Michael Myers, huh? Honestly, dude, I do not care for those films. I really don't. I'm gonna give that shit like a D. I don't give a fuck.
All right, I thought this would be a little more contentious. I also would put it in D because the first one is one of my favorite like horror films. I watch it every year on Halloween day. It's a
Yeah.
masterpiece. However, there's like 30 other ones
Yeah.
that are
I
not
mean,
very
if you rate the single one alone, then yeah, sure, it's a good. It's like you said, it's like, oh yeah, that movie's great. But
good.
then
Yeah,
you
I
have all
would
this
put it in
other
the tier.
schlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then like Halloween 3 is pretty good. They try to venture from the Michael Myers thing and
Oh,
people hated it because it
dude.
was different.
Dude, I actually love Halloween 3. I
It's
wish they
great.
kept going with that.
It's fucking awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really terrible ending too. Not like a
It's
terribly written sort of way,
very,
but it's
like,
like, oh,
dour. You're like, "Holy shit."
yeah, it was like very, very grim. I was like, oh shit, that was a good
Yeah.
ending.
And, like, those 2 movies are good, but unfortunately, there's, like I wanna say there's, like, 11 other movies.
You saying you didn't like Halloween 2 or H2O?
Actually, that one's one of the better ones out of all. It has a stupid title. Like, if we're
Yes.
ranking titles, that's an F tier, but
Yeah.
that's one of the better ones. The worst one is Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Oh my god, that was so
Huh.
unwatchably bad.
I didn't even know there was that many.
Oh my gosh, dude. So, just a quick rundown, spoilers for Halloween 6.
No,
It
I
that
wanted to see
movie
Halloween 6.
that movie tries to paint it as, like, Halloween or Michael Myers is a pawn of a cult instead of
Uh-huh.
just being, like, a faceless killer who, like, doesn't feel any emotions. No, he's just a pawn of a cult, and the way he's stopped in that movie is they put a circle of stones around him, and he's unable to move. He's paralyzed to do anything, and that's how he fucking dies.
Huh.
It's seriously so bad. There's some other, like, genuinely unsettling things that movie implies, but I'm not gonna say them here.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
it's just really awful. So, yeah, for that movie alone, I would put Halloween in the D tier.
Jesus. I
Yeah.
just okay, like, just generalizing of Halloween, uh, the movie, not the season. Um, the it's just I don't know, it's always been pretty boring to me.
Mhm. Okay.
'Cause it's just like the way I see it is you got one serial killer running around on Halloween, uh, I guess trying to kill his sister, and, like,
Well, yeah,
that's it, right?
yeah,
And I mean,
well,
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right, but I don't know. I think there's just much better Halloween films out there
oh,
than that.
sure, yeah, like, it was one of the first slasher film it's probably the first, and came others after it that definitely surpassed it in terms of quality, but for me, Like it's just like a nostalgia type thing. Like I'm aware
Yeah.
I'm pretty biased, but like the first Halloween movie is like really great to me.
Mm.
I love the simplicity of it, and it's
I
great.
feel people just watch Halloween because it's labeled Halloween.
Sure, yeah, I can
And I
totally
think
see
that's
that.
part of the reason.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
every time you ask someone about like what their favorite movie is, and if they bring up Halloween, they like you go, "Oh, like why that one?" And they go, "Because it's got a badass song." It's like, okay, well, anything else? Like they stumble on that. It's
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I don't know.
that's
For
fair,
me,
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna keep it as a D. Stay mad.
Stay mad, idiots. No, I'm with you on that. As a franchise, it's definitely D tier, but we're not doing individual films, unfortunately.
Mhm.
All right, so next up, you pick.
Okay, next up, I'm gonna pick Cujo.
F. I haven't even seen the fucking movie in like 15 years, but your description of it was like, nah, I'm good.
Dude, it's so bad. I remember I talked about it on the podcast earlier episode. And I explained the plot of Cujo, I believe.
Yeah, you did.
And for those of you that didn't watch that podcast, or if my dementia is kicking in, I actually didn't talk about it. Cujo is a movie about a dog, and it's fine because it's about a mom and a kid who's trapped inside a car because the dog is rabid. He was bit by a bat or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a pretty scary situation, IRL. But I read the book, and the book was terrible. So, but you know what? I'm going to separate the book from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I think if you just watch the movie alone, it's I'd give it a D as well.
Okay.
I'd rather watch Halloween than Cujo. Just
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd probably put it at a D. I mean, maybe I'd give it an F. No, I'd give it an F because when I think of Cujo, I think of like an HBO horror flick.
Sure. Yeah.
It's pretty shit. And I mean, the book doesn't know justice either. The book is even worse. The book is not even a horror book anymore. It's about a fucking cereal company. So it's like it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give Cujo a solid F. And I don't think there's anyone out there that's gonna say that they love Cujo. I don't think anyone out there is wearing a Cujo t-shirt, Cujo tattoos. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All right. How about keeping it the trend of Stephen King? How about It?
Oh, wait, which one?
So for the sake of this, since we're doing franchise, we're gonna do the TV movie and both of the new movies.
Okay, if you have to lump everything together, like you're marathoning everything, maybe a shit, man. I want to rate a high, but
I'm gonna say
I can't.
I'm gonna say B tier.
I was thinking B or C. Yeah,
I think the performances of Bill Skarsgård and the guy who did the original Pennywise. I'm totally forgetting his name. I want to say Tim Allen, but that's not right.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. There you go. Tim Allen.
Yeah.
I would say that those performances and the first part of it would elevate it to a B.
Yeah. But that's what everyone says too, though. The first part of both the TV show and the movie, everyone says the first part is way better than the second part.
Oh yeah, for the TV movie, the second part is borderline unwatchable with how bad it is. And then with the modern movies, the second part is not great, but it's not bad either. I wouldn't. It's like okay.
Yeah, I would like. Okay, so if we were to rate if we were to rate the halves, the TV film, the first one, I would give that like a solid A. Like it's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Second half is so bad. I'd give that like
I would probably put an F.
Yeah, I'd probably give that an F. And then for the modernized movie, I'd give the first part, honestly, probably like an S. I really
Okay.
enjoy it.
Okay.
I really liked it. And
Yeah.
then the second part, maybe a C.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would venture to say my rankings are pretty much the same, but I would also put part 1 of the TV movie as an S.
Ooh,
I think
that an S.
the childhood stuff that they do in that is so good, and all the kid actors are so good in that first movie. Dude, they like act circles around the adults. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So I would definitely put that as like a low tier S. Same thing with the first modern It movie. I think it's really great and it's very charming, like all the kid actors. I mean, it's kind of just like a Stranger Things type film, but I mean, Stephen King invented that kind of genre.
It is, but I love Skarsgård in that film. He's
Oh,
just
he's
so
fucking
good.
so good, man.
He is just so good. I mean, I know, no offense on Tim Curry. I love Tim Curry, but
It's a
and I
whole other
love his
ballpark.
It, but his It is more like meme territory, whereas like Skarsgård is literally like, oh, this guy's pretty horrifying.
He makes that movie. And if the Oscars weren't cowards, they would have nominated him.
Oh yeah.
They should have nominated him. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with putting It at a B.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. In terms of the whole franchise, yeah, probably B.
Yeah.
Give it a B.
It middles out.
Yeah, yeah. If you're sitting there, you'd have like a really happy phase and a sad phase, and a happy one and a sad. Yeah, you're riding a roller coaster.
Yeah. All right. My turn.
Okay. Next, I am going to bring up.
Oh wait, no, it's your
favorite.
turn. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's my turn. Your monster. All right, let's do Freddy Krueger with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
And remember, you got to include all of it. So, I mean, I don't know how many films you've seen, but I've seen pretty much all of them.
I have seen.
There's like, I want to say 8 or 10.
I think I've seen 6 of them. Let me see it really quick.
Okay. Yeah, you can. While you're pulling that out, I'll talk my deal.
Go ahead.
In terms of the whole series. Ooh. Wait, are we counting Freddy versus Jason in this?
Yes, and we will also count it when we talk about Jason.
Okay. If we're counting all of it, I want to give Freddy Krueger. Ooh. I want to give him, in terms of like the Halloween season and stuff, like I'm cuddled up on the bed eating candy and stuff like that. I want to give this a solid A, like straight up.
I would have said S, honestly.
S is real. I was that close to saying S, but there are some that I'm just like, well.
There are some kind of stinkers, like the remake, the 2010 remake is really fucking bad. But dude, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors is like one of the best horror movies
dude, I love that one.
Fucking made.
One of my favorite scenes is when the guy's having his dream and wait a minute, spoiler territory. Oh no. Oh no. Spoilers for a 30-year-old movie. 40. But there is one of my favorite is when the guy is getting what's the word? When he's getting simulated by his motorcycle. You remember that scene? Is it that movie? I think it's that one, right?
I think it's
He's like driving down the highway and then his motorcycle starts like getting sucked into his body and he's like,
oh yeah. That is
that Dream Warriors?
Which is that one? It's from part 5, The Dream Child.
Oh, is that Dream Child? Which one? Which one? Which deaths are in Dream Warrior? I have to look this up again. It's been a while.
There was a memorable kill in 3 where Freddie comes out of the TV set.
Oh, like, dude, yeah, that's a good one.
Prime time, bitch.
Yeah, he picks a girl up and shoves him in.
Shoves her in the TV.
Yeah.
That movie is great. I would say
I remember.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I remember this the one scene where the kid is walking like he's a puppet with his veins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That scene freaked me the fuck out when I was a kid. And
Yeah,
that
Nightmare
part
on
was
Elm
awesome.
Street definitely had like very creative kills because you could get because Freddy was so out there as a horror antagonist compared to like Michael Myers or Jason. He was so like supernatural,
Yeah,
So it let them get really creative with it. And yeah, I would venture to say that Freddy is definitely S tier because Wes
yeah,
Craven's New Nightmare is also really fucking good too.
it is actually. I've
Yeah.
seen it. Yeah. All right, fine, fair enough. Yeah, I'll give it an S. I'll give it an S. I have to. I was on the edge of not giving it an S. Like I really wanted to, but I was just thinking of everything because I'm like, oh, I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think S because honestly, you could just put on any nightmare film and you'd pretty much have a good time.
Don't watch the remake and you're fine.
Yeah, just don't watch the remake. But like that's a 1 in like 11th chance if you chose randomly, you know. So like
Yeah.
you know, safe to say you'd enjoy what you're watching. And
Yeah.
there's plenty of cool ones. Like I like the I like the one where the girl I forgot which movie this one is, but she gets dreamt up in a roach motel. You remember that one?
Oh yeah, and he's exterminating her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that one?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Or the video game one, is that also Dream
That's
Warriors?
Dream Warriors, yeah.
Okay, yeah, the guy turns into a super he puts on the power glove. He puts
Yeah.
on the power glove. Oh, dude.
Yep. Okay, so
I love Freddy, man. That's
the
another thing. They're not necessarily scary. I mean, if you're a little
no,
kid, you'll probably be freaked out, but
yeah.
like adults will have a damn good time. Like I even as a kid, I enjoyed it because, like I said, as a kid, I watched it and I'd get like genuinely freaked out in some of the movies,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
like as an adult, if you rewatch them, you're like, oh, there's a lot of funny fucking jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially the first one, like, the first one is pretty fucking scary, like,
the
in
first one's
comparison,
actually
and then
it's a different feel.
yeah, and then they started to get more campy with it, like, there's still horror elements in it, but it's definitely more fun than some of the other movies we've listed.
Yeah, definitely, I
Mm.
agree. Yeah.
Alright, so next up, let's do, let's do Trick or Treat.
Okay. Trick or treat. I think it's pretty all right. I mean, I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it's terrible.
Really?
Uh I, well, you think it's terrible?
No, that's surprising me. To me, it's like an S tier.
Really?
I
I don't think
fucking
it's like the
love this
best,
movie.
but I don't know. I didn't like it that much. It's okay for me. I'd give it like a B,
Really?
honestly. Yeah,
I've I
I don't know.
okay. I fuck with every single element of this movie. Like, I think it's like there's not a single shred of fat on it. Like, it's just like solid, enjoyable horror. It's not scary at all.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just like an enjoyable like film to me. Like, I love Sam, the character in that. I think he's a great like horror icon. I love how some of the
Mhm.
stories venture from like the fun, adventurous spirit of Halloween. They have like really dark endings. like,
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I just really, really enjoy it. I think it's one of the better anthology movies out there. And there's not a whole lot of them, but I can definitely see why someone wouldn't like it. But to me, it's just like one of the classics of Halloween.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that like some of the stories in the movie, I was just like, you know,
Yeah.
for example, the spoilers, by the way, the school bus massacre one where the kids go to the lake
Mhm.
and they go, oh, a bunch of people drowned here, and right,
Yeah.
like that one, I was just like, like I could skip that
Okay.
story. Like I
That's
really
fair.
didn't like that
That's
one.
definitely one of the weaker ones. I think it has a good payoff, but it's one of the weaker ones for sure. Like, my favorite one by far, I think it's everyone's favorite, is the werewolf one.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that
that
one
one
was
was cool.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, that one
Um,
was pretty damn cool. I
yeah.
like the one where Well, I think it's the last one. So Sam goes into the old man's house.
Yeah, that's like the last one.
Yeah. I forgot why. I think it was the old man hates Halloween because he knows about the kid or something like that, right?
Oh, he was the bus driver.
Oh, he was the bus driver. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's a twist, man. Twist.
The twist.
But for me, I would put it as an S. But I can understand people's reservations about it.
I will say I do like the transitions. It's like you said, it's an anthology, so it's like
Yeah.
everything is. They're all different stories, but they're all happening at the same time. Essentially.
Yep. How the stories meld together, I think, is just so beautifully done compared to other anthology movies. Like most would just put like a black screen and then like a title of the next part, which is fine. You know, that works. But this movie just like interweaves them, and they all
Fair
play
enough.
a big part. You know.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. All right. You know what? You convinced me. I'll bump it up. I'll bump it up a letter.
Okay,
I'll give it an A.
okay, that's totally fine by me.
Yeah, I'll give it an A. But no more than that, because that lake one was
Sure.
ugh,
I'll
didn't
give you
work
that.
out.
It was a weaker part of it. I think it has a great payoff, but it's one of the weaker parts of it. Sure.
Yes, sir.
You're
Okay. Next one. This one. I want to say people have seen this, but maybe they don't talk about it often. The Fly.
Okay, with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum as the Fly. That's right.
I mean, I think this one's pretty obvious here. This one has to be like an S or higher.
Yes, it's a fucking good movie.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's a really good film.
Whenever people say like, "Oh, there's good remakes out there," The Fly is always the one that people name.
Yeah, the Fly is legit a staple. It's one of
Yeah.
them. It's just so good. Everything about it is really good. It's a very good drama, and then it's a good horror flick towards the end.
It's good like body horror too. Like
Yeah.
the effects in this movie are fucking incredible. Like they're so disgusting and like vile when he's like spitting out his teeth. Like the original The Fly was like a campy, like, oh here, I'm turning myself into a fly, see? In this movie, you see him like fucking like losing his teeth and tongue and like growing mandibles. It's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, they just go a completely different direction. I remember the ending for the original Fly though. I would say it's scary.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
I haven't seen it, so no,
It's
I
like,
wouldn't say.
well, you could just look up the ending, but the ending is the guy turns into a fly. He actually turns into a fly, or I don't think it's the original character. I think it's the bad guy in the film or something. And he gets trapped on a web, and then a spider is about to eat him, and he has like a high pitched voice, and he goes, "Help me! Help me!"
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that right now.
It's
That's fucked up.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I think The Fly is really good. I love all the body horror stuff. I'm a big body horror fan also.
Oh
so
sure, yeah.
a huge body horror
You are
fan.
kind of a fucking sick pervert, so that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason why the couch stays crusty. But yeah, no, I love I love The Fly playing Jeff Goldblum. It's really good.
Oh, it's great, yeah. And Jeff Goldblum is just Jeff Goldblum in it, and he's Jeff Goldblum. It's perfect.
Yeah, they should just call the movie Jeff Goldblum.
You think if you say his name 5 times, you summon him?
Yeah, you're gonna hear a fly coming in your room.
Hello.
Hello. That's funny.
Yeah, so a little shorter topic on this because there's only 2 movies and they're both pretty great. So I would say this is like SS or S tier.
Wait, have you seen the second one? The like the second remake one?
What? No, I haven't. I don't think I know.
Yeah, there's actually a sequel to The Fly, the modern one.
Really?
Yeah, it's about his kid.
Okay, does it suck?
It's not as good, but it's not bad. Like honestly, the second one could be like maybe a B.
Okay. I don't even see it. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. The Fly too. Huh.
Yeah, it's a thing. That one's
Okay.
like his son has fly powers,
Oh
or-
yeah.
and he's turning into a fly as he lives on,
Okay. Huh.
and
That's
then
interesting.
he gets rid of the fly gene somehow. But I won't spoil it.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty good.
Well, yeah, regardless, I would say that The Fly would probably be like S or S tier to me.
Yes, I'd give it an
Um,
S. Solid S.
Alrighty. Let's just remove the SS tier. It's fucking stupid. if a movie's an S, it's already great. Like SS doesn't need to exist.
Sure. Okay, we'll just give it an S.
All right, so I'm next.
Yes.
Okay,
Give me your horrific desires.
let's do Hellraiser or Pinhead.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That movie's hot.
All right, what?
Well, I mean, my opinion, I love the Hellraiser series.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, don't you fucking tell me you don't like them, you piece of shit.
Oh
They're
my,
great.
the first one maybe.
Oh my god. Okay, no, I'll yeah, all right. Not all of them are great, but they're still cool. I mean, I did mention I love body horror, and
um,
Hellraiser is nothing but body horror.
okay, so what
I'm
would
a
you
little
rank it?
biased.
Let's hear yours, because I mean you were very understanding with my bias towards
Yeah,
Halloween.
I'm very biased here. I'm not gonna give it an S or anything. I'm not fucking dumb, but I'll
What
give it
would you
like
say?
a. I'll give it like a. I want to give this. Oh, the first film is so good. I'll give it a. In terms of the whole series. Oh, okay, all right, fine. In terms of the whole series, I'll give it
Yeah,
like a. Oh, well, it pains me, but I'll give it a C.
I was gonna say like F.
Jesus Christ, it's not that bad. Calm down.
Okay, the first one is pretty good, but as it goes along, I think it gets worse than Halloween does.
Really?
Those movies are really fucking bad. They started going straight to DVD for God's sake.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does, Paul. You know it.
What if what if it's a metaphor for like the puzzle box, you know?
Shut the.
You gotta find if you find the film in the $1 tray at Walmart. Yeah.
If you put Hellraiser at C, you have to put Halloween at C too. It's only fair.
Okay, I'll lower Hellraiser. I'll give it a D. Jeez.
I don't know, dude. I think I mean we're very incredibly biased, but Hellraiser is not it for me. The first movie is pretty good, but after that it goes off the rails really fucking fast.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Yeah, it goes pretty sidewinder there. All right, fine. Yeah. We'll put out a D. That's fine. But okay. How about we're talking about body horror. So
Okay.
how about the Saw series with Jigsaw?
Oh dear. Shit.
If you want a memorable ringtone, it's got it. You know what I'm saying?
The fucking song. Yeah. I mean, if we're doing that, then Halloween's got to win, doesn't it? I would imagine that's like everybody's ringtone right
Everyone,
now.
yeah, everyone knows Halloween's ringtone.
Saw. Okay, so I enjoy the first one. I'm not much of a gore kind of guy. Um,
Mhm.
but the first one's pretty solid, I would say, for like, just like a short but really sweet horror film. And
It does
then
get really wacky
it
afterwards.
goes completely off the rails, but in kind of an enjoyable way. I'm gonna be honest. Like
Yeah,
the movies get so fucking absurd and the traps get so ridiculous that you just have to laugh, you know?
yeah.
Um, so I would say I would probably put it like a C or
Wow,
B personally because
wow.
they're enjoyable and they're like what's the term? Like you can put them on in the background and still have a good time.
It's just like white noise, background noise.
Yeah. Like you're not watching it to gain something out of it. You're watching it to fulfill that sick fucking you that likes watching people get mutilated.
I see. How do you like Saw better than Hellraiser? What?
Because Hellraiser is not entertainingly bad. Saw is.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Where would you put it?
Saw, I would put. I think I've seen all of them, and I will say there is a pretty cool storyline going on.
Yeah.
Like throughout all the movies, you know.
Yeah, like a through line. Yep.
Yeah, through line, and I do enjoy that. So I think that boosts it a little bit. But I will say the story itself, pretty lackluster.
Okay. Where would you rank it?
But I love the traps. So I'll give it. In terms as a series, I'll give it a. I want to give it a C.
Yeah, I'm willing to agree with that. C is pretty good.
I want to give it a C. There's just so many movies where it's like it's very generic.
Yeah.
In terms of story.
Well, it's like you know what you're getting. Yeah.
Yeah, because I honestly, when I watch Saw, like I mean, it's the same for everyone. You just watch it because of the traps.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the best part.
Yeah, you watch it because of the traps. Like that's it. Like honestly, like I've seen a couple of compilations on YouTube of just like the traps.
Yep,
and that's good enough for me. I don't know.
The compilation videos of all the traps, they get an S tier.
Yeah. Just the traps. Mention. I will say the traps. Just the traps themselves is like really, like it's really well done.
Yeah.
They're pretty well thought out for the most part. So
yeah,
it's like
I agree.
I mean, there's a couple traps there. It's just like okay, like you could probably do this, but besides that, like there's, they're pretty well thought out traps. Yeah, I like them. Like I if I was caught in some of those, I wouldn't know what to do. You know, I will say there's some like I did mention that some are really stupid.
Yeah,
and one of them is there was a guy who walked in on a woman whose hair was locked into like a machine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the third movie. Her hair is locked into the machine and it's gonna rip off her scalp with it. Right.
Okay.
And the guy has a gun, and the girl knows where a knife is, but he doesn't try to like shoot through her hair, and she doesn't tell him where the knife is until after he gets her out of the machine. Then she gets the knife to try and kill him.
What?
Yeah, I forgot what the reasoning was.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I was thinking that exact same thing of like, just shoot her hair. Like,
yeah,
you're not
gonna
still
cut the hair. Like,
yeah, you're not gonna shoot her in the head.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah. To me, it's like a solid C tier. Yeah. The plot is incredibly nonsensical, but still enjoyable somewhat.
I love the little twists and turns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're watching like a spy movie. You're like, oh shit, he's Jigsaw the whole time. No, he was. Oh fuck, he was.
Yeah. It happens every movie. Just a new twist at the end.
A new twist. Yeah.
Except the new one. I heard the new one's like completely different, right?
Oh, I don't know. I never saw that one.
I haven't seen it, but apparently Chris Rock is actually pretty good in it.
Okay, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see. It is my turn again. Let's see. We haven't had. Okay. Let's do Terrorizer.
I've never seen the film. But I hear it's good.
I'll do you a favor, Paul, and I'll just immediately drag it to F tier for you.
Is it really that bad?
I really don't get like the hype, because Terrorizer is like, the clown is like an icon somewhat. Like whenever I go to the Halloween store local to where I live, I always see merchandise of him, and there's people wearing it and stuff. Like there's a fan base for him out there. So
Okay.
when I sat down and watched a movie, I was like, okay, like maybe this will be interesting, and it wasn't. It was fucking terrible.
Hmm.
Like it was just like it was like 3 scenes. They came up with 3 creative kills, and they're like, okay, now let's try to stitch a movie in between this. Like
Hmm.
if it was a short film, it would have worked a little better, but as it stands, it was just kind of bad. Um, and it just
Hmm.
wasn't very enjoyable. Like there was just nothing to chew on. The Terrorizer himself is not very interesting as a character. You know, I don't think he says anything the entire movie.
So there's some villains that don't say a thing, like Jason.
Yeah, but Jason is like he's a fucking menace. Like he's a calamity, you know, like just his presence. I just didn't feel that with Terrorizer because he was like so small and thin, I guess. I don't know, just something about it didn't work.
Okay.
And also I don't find clowns scary at all. So that probably is why too.
Hmm.
I don't care how much blood you put on them.
Okay. Well, oh, you know what? Now that you mention that, there's a movie on my list that I forgot to write down. There's a movie, I think it's called Clown, right? Hold on, what is the movie called? Yeah, yeah, it is. It's called Clown. And the movie is about a man who finds a clown outfit in his
Oh
basement
my
or attic.
god, I've fucking seen this movie.
Yeah, he finds a clown outfit and he puts it on for his kid's
Yeah,
birthday party to save money.
yeah,
And he can't take it off.
and he becomes
And
yep.
and it's slowly transforming him into a demon because the clown outfit is possessed.
Yeah, and like I like the idea. I like that the thing I like about that movie is he's desperately trying to get it off and there's like a prophecy type thing, you
Hmm.
know, to do it. And then I mean, spoilers, but like when he does it, it doesn't work. You
Hmm.
know, like I'm like, holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
But
N-
yeah.
I hear this movie's great. I haven't seen it, so I can't really rate it, but
Yeah.
from the I guess reviews, it would probably be C or at least B or
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
that's a
I
good
have to
rating.
watch it and then well maybe we can rate it next time, maybe next Halloween, but you know.
I would say like low C tier, high D tier. It's a pretty fun time. Like it's a pretty decent clown flick. But
Yeah, from what I heard.
yeah, and by the way, I've been saying Terrorizer wrong the whole time. It's Terrifier.
Oh, Terrifier.
I
Okay.
mean, it doesn't change anything. It's still a piece of shit, but I just want to make sure want to make sure I got the name right. It's Terrifier.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this movie now.
Which one? The clown?
Clown.
Yeah,
Clown, yeah.
it's a pretty fun flick.
Hmm.
All right. You're next.
Okay. Let's see. I want to talk about a villain named Leatherface. Let's do Leatherface.
Okay.
Or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Let me see. How many movies was there?
He has like 5, I think.
I know
I
there
know
was
he
a
made it. I know there was
remake.
a new one. It was in 3D
Yeah. Oh my
and it was
god, there's
horrible.
so fucking many of them actually. What the fuck?
There is a lot. Yeah, people only know of like the first 3 and that's it.
There's even
And
another one coming out this year.
oh shit, really?
Yeah, the
Oh yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, what the heck?
Okay,
It's supposed
well,
to be a direct sequel to the original. Huh.
that's what they always do. Halloween has like 4 direct sequels to the first
Right
one.
now, that's what the series is all about.
Yeah.
The conclusion to the original or
Shut
something.
the fuck up. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, this one's pretty easy to me. I would put Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the same tier as like or Halloween and uh, Hellraiser. I think the first movie is fucking amazing. It's great, but it's weighed down by all the other ones.
Oh yeah. Have you
Um,
seen any of the other ones? Because I have.
I have only seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning one.
Oh man,
That
I've
one is
seen
really fucking bad.
all the side movies, or not all of them, but I've seen a couple of them.
Uh-huh.
They are really terrible. They're like it, it's not even like background noise. Yeah, they're just that bad. Like honestly, when I had them on, I dozed off. Like I couldn't pay attention. And like I said, it's not even good background noise because I
Yeah, no.
could not pay attention.
Yeah.
Not even to the background noise. Like when you're working on something, you can still kind of know what's going on in the movie because you have it in the background or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that. Like I just didn't pay attention to it at all. Like it was non-existent. It was just that bad.
Yeah, it's certainly not great. The one that I saw, the beginning, is really fucking bad.
Yeah.
Is not a movie that I wanted to watch again, not even close. But the first one is super great. It's one of the most raw horror films of the time. Like, because before I would consider those films to be very polished. Like, for what they were, Halloween and Friday the 13th were very clean looking movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when it came out, felt like a movie you found, like a snuff film you found in the back of a shed, you know?
Yeah.
Where you're like, fuck, am I supposed to be watching this?
Yeah.
So I think it gets points for that, but it's still like the other movies. As a franchise, it's pretty fucking dog shit.
Yeah, I agree. I only really liked pretty much what you said, the first one and then the Michael Bay remake. So those are the only ones I liked. So
um,
I, I
um,
I don't think those two movies are that strong to hold it up either. So it's
no,
like
I don't think so either.
this is either a D or an F tier for me. It's not that great.
I would say D tier because it's definitely better than Hellraiser.
I would argue against that one.
I know.
I could say at least the first three Hellraiser films are entertaining.
Okay, sure. All right. So, Paul, how about this? For your sake, I'll put Texas Chainsaw Massacre on D tier, but lower than Hellraiser.
Okay, that's fine.
Will that make you happy?
Yeah, that make me happy.
You're my special boy, Paul.
You gave me the sweets. Hurry it up, Mr. Man. Give me sweet.
Okay.
Trick or treat.
Motherfucker. So let's
What a
see.
fuck.
So I'm next. Let's do The Witch. Robert Eggers' The Witch.
The Witch. Ooh.
I'm gonna
Or what some people call it, Witch.
The Vivitch. I'm gonna flat out say it. This is the best horror movie in the whole list. I'm putting it top of S tier.
Damn, really? You think that great, huh?
Because that's the thing. Like, there's no franchise to this movie. It's a singular film.
That's true.
So it stands on its own. Therefore, there's no sequels to weigh it down. And as a movie on its own, it's a fucking masterpiece, in my opinion. So I would put it at the very top of S.
I will also say Witch is very fucking good. It's extremely slow though. So
Yeah, definitely a slow burn.
if you're not into slow burning films, you're probably not gonna like it. It's very slow, and the terminology used in it, like the language used in it, is Old English.
Yeah.
So it's a very different film. But I think I really enjoyed it too. So
Yeah, it's such an immersive, moody film. Like I mentioned, that Texas Chainsaw Massacre feels like something you found in a shed. To
yeah,
me, I saw The Witch in theaters, and I definitely had the feeling of like, I shouldn't be watching this right now. Like, this is like an unholy type thing, you know? Especially as someone who grew up very Catholic. Like, I didn't obviously grow up like very fucking Protestant like these people did, but like,
yeah.
it definitely felt like a sacrilegious type experience, and I really loved it because of that.
Okay.
The time period is great. I feel like that's a really underexplored time period.
Yeah.
And I think Robert Eggers just fucking nailed it.
Dude,
By
I
the way,
love that guy. He was definitely my favorite character.
No, the director is stupid.
Oh fuck! I'm thinking of the deep voice guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I love that guy.
He's great. Yeah, the father.
Yeah. There was one quote I kept saying over and over. It's the one where he starts eating the dirt. He goes, "Why God? Why?
Yeah.
What must I do? I eat thy dirt from thy earth," or something like that. It was so. I love. Yeah, good dialogue. Solid.
Honorable mention to The Lighthouse, even though that's not really a horror movie. It's more like a surreal type film. But
yeah,
honorable mentions go to The Lighthouse. That is also an S+ tier in my opinion.
Yes, but, I think it's a great. Those are both slow burns. So, same type of film.
The Lighthouse isn't really that slow. It's a pretty short movie. It's like an hour and like 25 minutes.
Didn't feel like an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh, okay. To me, it fucking flew by. But yeah,
no,
I'd say both those movies, both those movies would top the S tier for me. But I'm pretty biased.
I think this. Well, now that I'm on the topic of Lighthouse, I think that one makes sense why it feels slow for me, because it's essentially what was happening in the film.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. The sense of time is super warped. Yeah, just watch them. If you haven't seen these two movies, watch them definitely. The Lighthouse, put on the subtitle. It'll make it a much more enjoyable experience.
I have another A24 film because I think both those films are made from that studio. I think.
Yep, they're both.
Yeah, I have another A24 film. It's Hereditary.
Ooh,
that's a damn good one. That's a damn good one. I give that automatically without even talking about it. I'm giving it like an S.
Oh yeah, Hereditary might be my favorite horror movie.
I love that movie.
Ever. Yeah,
so good.
I'm surprised we went this long without talking about it.
Yeah,
everything
it wasn't even on my list. I started talking about it because we started talking about A24.
What I will say, A24 has quite a bit of horror movies. Some of them are not great, but a lot of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
Like if you haven't seen the movie Saint Maud, I would check it out too. Okay. That movie's pretty good. But
haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, I would say it's like a solid B tier. But anyways, Hereditary is one of those movies, like when you watch a horror movie for the first time, it's fucking frightening, right? But then on subsequent viewings, it's not as scary because the mystery is kind of gone. I would say that Hereditary is the opposite of that, where when you watch it again and you realize certain things about the film, you're like, holy fuck, like you learn new things every time you watch it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
New things are figured out. I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen it, but it's a movie that demands rewatches.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of little things that you catch on after you've seen the film.
And same thing with the director's other film, Midsommar. I really like that one too. I would give it like an A or a low S. I don't think it's as strong as Hereditary, but
yeah,
both of those are really fucking masterfully done horror films.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so that was a quick little A24 side tangent. So we'll just, the GOAT, Black Phillip here, will represent all of the A24 horror movies we just talked about.
Sure. Yes.
But yeah, so all right, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's Damn, we just went through a really good tangent, so I think we should probably go down.
Just ruin that, yeah.
Yeah, let's ruin it. Let's talk about let's talk about some silly films like Thanksgiving.
Oh God.
Have you seen Thanksgiving before?
I have seen all 3 Thanksgiving movies.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? Why would you watch them?
I fucking hate myself.
I just know of the things. I mean, I've seen scenes, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Dude, okay. All right. So the first Thanksgiving film, the first frames of that fucking movie are a woman's tit. I'm not even kidding. Like the very
Oh
first
yeah,
thing you see is a woman's tit because she's running away from the thing, and
that's
it's zoomed in on her titty and then it zooms
that's
out.
that's just 80s horror films. That's just how they go.
When did Thanksgiving come out?
The 80s, I'm sure.
I think you're about to be surprised. Thanksgiving came out in 2008.
Oh shit, no way.
There's actually only 2 movies. The reason why I was confused is because Thanksgiving 2 is actually called Thanksgiving 3.
What?
I don't know.
What is in between?
There is no in between. I think that's the joke.
Oh, okay. Haha, I guess.
There is, yeah.
What a funny
Yeah,
joke.
dude, Thanksgiving 3 is fucking horrendously bad. It is so bad.
Is it done purposefully like that though?
Yeah. Wait, Thanksgiving 3?
Yeah.
It's like, you know how like that one movie, with the birds, that's really bad. Birdemic. You know how that movie is really bad, and it's really enjoyable and funny in like a campy kind of way. And then they made a sequel to it, trying to capture the energy, and then they just made a shitty movie that wasn't enjoyable for anybody to watch.
Yes.
That's what Thanksgiving 3 is.
Oh.
It's like, hey, we're trying to make a bad movie. I'm like, that's not funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of whack. You can make bad movies, but like I'll argue what is it? There's a movie of 2 guys that live in the forest. What is it? And they kill
Brokeback Mountain?
No, not Brokeback Man. To some people that may be a horror film. I don't know. But no, not that. What is it called? It's like two redneck dudes in the
Tucker
forest.
and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah. Like that's a bad movie, but they're like making fun of everything. But it's somewhat enjoyable. You know?
So for Thanksgiving, I would say the first one is slightly enjoyable, and then the second one is unwatchable. So F tier.
Jesus.
Okay. I mean, there's no sugarcoating, man. This is the official horror movie list, Paul. We can't.
You're right. These are it. You're not on the list. Sorry, pal.
Sorry, bozo. The fuck out of here.
Out.
All right.
Fair enough. I'll take your word on that one.
All right. Next up, let's do another goofy one with Leprechaun.
S tier.
Leprechaun is for the real Sigmas. That's
right. You don't know kinographies unless you've seen Leprechaun. This shit is pretty funny. I wouldn't. Let's see. I give it like a. In terms of, because it knows what it is, you know.
Sure.
When we're saying that like Thanksgiving is a bad horror film, it's because they're perfect. How do I explain this? They're like purposely trying too hard that it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. They're setting out to make a bad movie, which when you do that, you just make something that's unenjoyable.
Yeah, but with Leprechaun,
go ahead.
Yeah, but with Leprechaun, they're like, you know what? Let's take a silly concept like a murderous leprechaun and see what we can do.
Just go fucking crazy with it.
Yeah, let's go crazy with it, and it works. It's fun. They're fun to watch. Like Leprechaun. One of my favorites, Leprechaun 3 in the Hood.
It's 5, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, 5. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a Leprechaun history major.
Of course. I mean, it's an S tier, you know?
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Dude, Coolio and Ice-T are in it.
That's all I need to hear. See? S tier. It should get its own tier. T tier.
The Leprechaun tier, yeah.
The Leprechaun tier.
It is above all ranking. We
So
mortal
good.
men cannot possibly hope to rank it.
You've got me gold. Classic.
Oh man, I don't know. The first one is pretty enjoyable, and I like the one that's in space. That one's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
The hood one isn't bad. Leprechaun Origins I haven't seen. It looks like it's taking itself seriously though.
Oh
Yeah,
no, they
it
can't
is.
do that. Don't
Ready,
take
ready.
it.
It says the film is a little darker and a little more traditional horror than the one that Warwick Davis was in.
No,
Why
that's
would you
stupid.
why would you do that? Yeah, it's a
That's
fucking clown.
stupid.
Wait a second. Bro, this is a fucking WWE movie.
What?
It's published by WWE Studios.
What the hell?
What?
They took Leprechaun?
I guess so.
What the
What the
fuck?
fuck? That's so crazy.
Wait, so can they just call upon Leprechaun in like the WWE show
Oh
anytime they
my
want?
god, they have Hornswoggle playing. Do you know who Hornswoggle is?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a little tangent here for some wrestling lore.
Okay.
So Hornswoggle this is just going roughly off of memory here, but Hornswoggle was a leprechaun that was introduced in the WWE. And
Uh-huh.
he was like an asshole who lived under the ring, and he was like a drunk, like he was always hitting people in the balls. And he's, played by a little person, and
Mhm.
it was revealed that Vince McMahon that Hornswoggle is his bastard son.
Okay.
So it's just like, I don't know, he would just appear every once in a while because he was a little rotten bastard. He was constantly like cheating and stuff. Like whenever you think John Cena's gonna win, Hornswoggle comes out from under the ring and hits him with a chair, And then,
Chad.
oh my god,
Sigma.
it's Hornswoggle.
Uh-huh.
And that was like his thing. That was his gimmick. Yeah. So he is playing Leprechaun in the Leprechaun movies. That's amazing.
What the hell? Okay,
Wow.
well.
All right. You know what? Honestly, bro, Leprechaun is just like Chad as fuck.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's S tier. Auto. It's autofill.
Did
That's
you
it.
really? Did you really put him in S tier?
No. No. But it's just so funny. I love Leprechaun.
Okay. If we're thinking seriously here, I would put him like high C tier.
Fuck no. Honestly, on a serious note, I'd give him like a fucking D or less. This is bad.
Yeah, the movies are not great.
You're bad, but it's just funny. Oh,
Yeah,
it's got
Warwick
that
Davis.
charm.
Yeah, Warwick Davis is extremely charming as Leprechaun.
Yeah.
He puts on a great show. But yeah, you're right.
Pretty
It's like
damn
low
good.
D tier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's so bad.
All right. You're next.
Okay. There, we haven't done this guy, and this is one of the bigger ones too. Let's talk about Jason. Friday the 13th.
Okay. Now this is another one that I'm incredibly biased about. I fucking love the Friday the 13th movies.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of them I enjoy in some way, except for like Jason Takes Manhattan and Jason X, I would say.
Wow, really? You don't like
Yeah.
Jason X?
Jason X is so garbage, dude. Come on.
That's the point. It's cool.
It has one of the best kills in the whole
Dude,
series
he
with
turns fucking metal. How do you not like that?
oh man, I don't know. It just doesn't fit. I will say that Jason X has one of the best kills in the whole series, so that elevates it for me. But like even the remake that came out in 2009, that one's not bad. I watched it
Actually,
recently.
yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
the remake is not bad.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not
like,
wrong.
okay. Friday the 13th part 3 is such a fucking classic. Same thing with part 6 or part 6, yeah, Jason Lives. Oh, it's so good. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Just classic trashy slasher, and I fucking love it. I love every single one of them. So I'm a little biased here. I want to hear what you rank it.
Well, it goes the Freddy Krueger route. The first like 2 are very serious.
Mm-hmm.
and then it tapers off into silly shit.
Yeah, it
Just
gets
like
pretty campy. Like in one of them, he's fighting like a psychic lady.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of my personal favorites is Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, that one's great.
I
Yeah.
like that one.
That
And then
one's fucking
that's the one
awesome.
that leads into Freddy versus Jason.
It
So
does. And so we teased it, and let's talk about it now. What do you think of Freddy versus Jason?
uh it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. I mean,
Um,
it's kind of hard to like do uh both styles in one film.
mhm.
Because like for half of the film they're trying to do dream shit, and then the other half it's like classic Jason stuff. Like and one of the cool scenes is he stumbles into like a cornfield party
Yep.
and he lights up his fucking machete. It's cool,
Yeah, that
but
is cool.
like you don't get enough of either side, I guess. They're much better in their own films, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, that's not the point of Freddy versus Jason. So,
I think it's a crossover movie. Like it's one of the better crossover movies out there. I mean, there's not many to be fair, but um, it's pretty decent. But the movie was extremely troubled behind the scenes to make.
hmm
And you can fucking tell, like, because studios were getting mad that like Jason had too much screen time. The other studio was getting mad that Freddy had too much screen time. Like they just could not agree on which character should get more screen time and what story to make.
hmm
Um, and they were originally gonna have Pinhead from the Hellraiser at the end,
really?
where they both go to hell. Yeah, and Pinhead like I think what did he say? I think he says like, "How can I help you, gentlemen?" Like, and then the movie ends. Like
Mm.
it was supposed to tease like another one, but Hellraiser has a whole fucking problem with their rights. Like it's really confusing the ownership of that.
I
Um,
actually don't know much about the rights of the series.
Oh, it's such a mess for a lot of these characters, but yeah, like I think it's fine. Um, I like the Slipknot song. Not
I
bad.
mean, the best part is what everyone went to go see it
Yeah, when they fight.
for the fights. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Um, they essentially made it tie though, kind of.
Well, yeah, Jason technically wins, but Freddy winks at the
Yeah,
end.
like he's
You're like,
not dead,
"Ooh."
so it's like, who knows? I mean, I think it was supposed to lead into a second movie, but it just didn't
It
happen or
didn't. It
something.
didn't happen because the first movie was such a disaster to make. There's no way they're gonna get a second one.
hmm
But I personally would put Friday the 13th, the series, either low S or high A.
Yeah, considering Freddy versus Freddy and Jason,
Mhm.
I would prefer watching Freddy movies than
Yeah,
Jason movies.
yeah.
So yeah, I'd put it. I think I'd still put it at an S tier, but I'd put it like low S.
Yeah.
And then I already can tell some people would get mad that I would rate Jason really high up as opposed to like Michael Myers.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you right now, I think it's the supernatural aspect of Jason that grabs me
Yeah.
because essentially Jason can't die.
Yeah.
He's not like human anymore, you know?
Yeah, and he's like a zombie. Like when he takes his masks off, he's like clearly a zombie. Like that's one of the things I hated the most. I hate the most about the Halloween series is like when Michael Myers takes his mask off and when you see his eyes, he should clearly be a fucking zombie at this point, but he's still just a guy.
Yeah.
And they just like they don't explain how he keeps coming back. He just keeps doing it because it's lazy screenwriting.
Yeah. But see, that's another point why I rated Halloween so low because I mentioned that it was pretty damn generic.
Yeah.
But it's also that the main bad guy is just he's just a human, just a regular
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean, not that regular people can't be scary, but it's like it's just
For your taste.
yeah. For my taste, it's just I don't really care for it because it's like And it's like you said, they kill Michael Myers multiple times in multiple ways, but he's always just a regular dude that somehow lives. Like that's just kind of it's kind of for me.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But at least in Jason, it's like, oh, he comes back because he legitimately can't die or something. I forgot what the reasoning is. He's like, oh, like hell doesn't want him or some shit like that.
He's just immortal. Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
Um.
Like I like that. I think it's cool. The
Yeah.
supernatural aspect of it is neat.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, let's do. Damn, we're like running out. Let's do Chucky.
Chucky.
Yeah.
The first 3 movies are really good. Then Bride of Chucky happened. Then Seed of Chucky happened.
What's the baby's name? Shitface, right?
Yeah. Yeah, shitface. And then after that, like I think 2 more remakes happened, like back-to-back remakes or something.
Yeah. Oh, they're making a TV show too. What? It's coming out next week. What?
Oh man. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Next week?
I guess
Okay.
so. Oh my god. Honestly, I would say the first 2 Chucky movies are decent, and then the rest are really, really bad. Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and Child's Play, like the 3 most recent ones, are some of the worst movies I've ever seen.
They're not very good. But you don't like the third one? I think the third one's pretty good.
The third one's okay. Child's Play 3, and that one's fine. It's just kind of okay. I'm willing to lump in Child's Play 3 with the other 2 as like pretty decent.
I will say this is one of the series where I think the second movie is the best.
Yeah.
I really like Child's Play 2.
Okay.
I think
That's
Child's
fair.
Play 2 is fucking fantastic compared to the first one.
I personally would rank Chucky as high F tier.
Damn.
High F tier
F.
one. Yeah.
I think he's better than Leprechaun.
All right, so we'll put him in between. I'm gonna put him in between Leatherface and Leprechaun in the D tier.
Okay. I want to say he's better than Leatherface for me.
Okay.
I think I enjoy him a little more because he has jokes.
Well, yeah, Chucky is a very enjoyable character.
Yeah. And yeah, I think I just like it a little more. I mean, I will say though, Leatherface is the original ones can be very gruesome. But yeah, but we're talking about again, we're doing a series as a whole. So as opposed to Leatherface, I would watch more Chucky films.
Yeah.
So there you go. I would put it probably in the same tier though.
Okay.
I think we put him on a D, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him at D. All right, so Chucky will be our last entry in this tier list for now. Check back next week with us for part 2 because we did not think this would take this long.
I told you
we would get so lost in conversation about it. But
before this episode, I also had mentioned I was like, this probably will take at least an hour to go through all this. But yeah, I didn't think it'd take this long. We still got like we got like a good chunk. We got like half to go.
We have a whole another hour probably.
Yeah, we have like a whole other hour to go.
So this is our tier list for now. Feel free to roast us in the comments about our choices, but really, there's nothing you can do about it because it's definitive and set in stone, and all movies that we didn't mention will be deleted. So
yeah, my dad owns A24 and Warner Brothers and all that.
Yeah, he owns all of them. So
he owns movies.
Yeah, he owns. So he's gonna go to your house and break your DVDs. But thanks for
DVD breaking squad's coming in.
But thanks so much for listening to this episode, bearing with us on this. I'm having a lot of fun making this list, and I'm looking forward to part 2 where we rank the rest of them. I'll be sure to save this list somewhere so that we have it.
Oh yeah, we should definitely save this list, and then you guys can see what we made and
shit
on us.
It'll be on the screen while they're watching.
Oh,
It'll be live
cool.
updated just for people who watch it. But yeah, so thanks so much for listening, guys, and watching, and we will see you next week for the conclusion of our horror movie tier list.
Ooh.
Spooky. I'm under your bed.
I'm in the corner.
Naked.
Naked.
Both naked.
Nope, both naked. I have my top off. Noah has his bottoms off. We merge together to make one outfit. Ah, no.